West till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west till the depths till they bury me. One west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the depths till they bury me. I be one west to the depths till they bury me. They ain't scaring me. Rip the soul out of Pharisee. Speaking heresy and get you fucked up apparently. It's like they daring me. I said chill, they ain't hearing me. They ain't listening. Every bar like a glistener. Hit your heart, bring it back to start, make you live again. Get them dividends so you start getting ignorant. I be on that soldier shit. I told you shit phenomenal. Nobody abdominal. So what's the fuck trying to do? Rhyming comical. This is funny until I vomit you. Bring apocalypse to the pussy niggas is popping shit. Team of all stars. I coach them up like a Popovich. Fuck the politics and the lobbyists and the apologists. They vagina, so we gon' check them like gynecologists. It's kinda obvious how the situation is ominous. The way you're rhyming is like regurgitate for the audience. It's all applauding this because the competition is fraudulent. From the era where niggas smoke you up like a parliament. The flow been stupid. Shit's gotten retarded since all the dominance. One west rapping the prominent. Cause I be one west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. They running in the quiet, use my maneuvers. But I'm right like I got group time for Uber. Rhyme hard like they've been used by Medusa. 9 million Lucas, 17 in the Ruger. Only need a few to sit up in your Matuna. I'm a dollar, put a regatta, niggas wildin', they want every dollar. They riding by like Apollo, let the city holler. A showstopper, been a rapper since the titty bopper. But now I'm going off patrol, the premium of vodka. I put the digits on the clock, modify the chopper. The more heavy, more baby in the virgin mama. No marijuana, say I got the loud desires on it. When I'm a baller, they gon' rap me through it like I'm doing. A lot of cities and writers, but when they eat off, none of them be able to fly around with me. And I had a nigga feel like a tire, dead to beat. And I'm still going with the piper. Every bar burn hard like a fool with a lighter. I'm really coming through with the silence, cuz I be one west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me. I be one west to the depth till they bury me. I'm one west till they bury me.
Test 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2. All that I wanted was the big. All that I wanted was the big. The Lord said, fresh is good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I wasn't danger. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I wasn't danger. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster and shot calls. To be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Put it how we see better than not the lines low. Can't be focused on the life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord is kidding for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that hooked up with weaponry. Say what claim they love you. I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up on the wrong swing. Was too sincere for a wicked day. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas. Not knowing that some handcuffs custom made. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I wasn't danger. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I wasn't danger. Decisions that I made before the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, but I was just a stranger. them grams. All I wanted was to be a gangster, but I was real as a righteous man. And now I got the upper hand. Gotta promote this brand, correct whole multitudes until they all understand. If I can get that crowd love, then put me in the hands of someone for fighting back me this hit man. Reminiscing on the pain that was felt. Shit, I was in the jail. Shit, I needed help. But y'all was locked up in the judge put man on the shelf. Heavy crimes it felt like I was left by myself. All I wanted was to impress niggas with my grind. Now I'm trying to prove shit to nobody but Muhammad. Cause most these niggas lie, pop smoke. One time for the most high, he made me a cutthroat. Cause all I ever wanted was to smash my opponents. No hands. Not knowing it wouldn't last, you gotta hope yourself by atonement. Cause all I ever wanted.
Shalom. This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General YAHANNA. This Precinct Officer YAHANNA. You know what I'm saying? As usual, bringing you the Wednesday law class. You understand what I'm saying? Today I want to go over a topic that I actually haven't went over in a long time, and it's concerning. You know, it's actually a very serious topic because, first of all, if there's any questions in the room, make sure y'all get those questions. If there's some online as well, we'll see if we can answer some. It's pertaining to, you know, the fact that we as Negroes and, you know, our brothers and, you know, Hispanic, I.S.U.P.K, whatever, they don't, or really all Latinos, we always have a issue with each other. You understand what I'm saying? Like I was just, I was watching, I forgot what it was, a documentary, you know what I'm saying, like about California, you know, where the gangs are real strong and whatnot. And I was just listening to them talking, and you know how it's different out there. You know what I'm saying? It's like they you know they have their gangs or whatever, you know, like Bloods and Crips, but it's more so about neighborhood and territory. And it was a common thing that I kept seeing amongst them was, you know, the Issacharites and the Negroes, the Judites, always clashing. It's like they have more issues. There's more issues between the blacks and the Hispanics than it is with the Bloods and the Crips. More, you know what I'm saying? Like it's not even about like it ain't even about color no more. Like not saying it was ever about that, but I'm saying I'm just looking at the fact that we was killing each other anyway. It's all about, you know, because blacks killing blacks, you know what I'm saying? It's still black on black crime, regardless if it's, oh, you Blood, you Crip, because you know it's predominantly black gangs or whatever. But just to hear that it's a race war, like what they call a race war, but it's really not a race war, it's a war within the nation of itself. You know what I'm saying? And it's biblical, you know what I'm saying? It's not like we haven't fought against our own people in the Bible, you understand what I'm saying? But what I'm here today is not talking about what I want to talk about today is not going to address us fighting amongst each other in the Bible. What I want to address is the fact that we are brothers. And, you know, blacks and Hispanics need to understand that we brothers, and we need to stop, not just Hispanics, but all Latinos. You understand what I'm saying? We're not enemies with each other. We're the same people. We come from the same bloodline. So we need to understand that we went through the same oppression. You understand what I'm saying? Is there any questions in the room? None? Anything online? Who monitoring online? Anybody? No sweat. Let me give me a second real quick. Yeah, we have to address this, man, because, you know, if we continue to take each other out and fight amongst each other, then we'll never be able to fight against, you know, the one common enemy that we do have, which is the white man. You understand what I'm saying? The white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right. And we need to understand that. No sweat. All right, so you know, questions in the room, no questions online. So I proceed with the lesson. Give me Give me Deuteronomy 27:1. Now, one common thing amongst us as people is we got to understand that, you know, this is how we know we the same people. We know we the same people because there's a certain set of laws that was given to the Lord's chosen people. You know what I'm saying? The 12 tribes of Israel. These laws are not given to everybody, though. These laws are only given to us. So this is how we know we are that people, because guess what? Those laws apply to us. So when we broke those laws, we got a punishment for it. Not everybody received the punishment. So like that's just like you have your children, you give your children a task to do, they don't carry it out, then they get punished. You don't punish the whole neighborhood's kids.
Right.
You only punish your kids. So that's how everybody know those are your kids, because you punished your kids. So it's no different with the Most High and his children.
Right.
He punished his children. So with that being said, he punished the Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. You understand what I'm saying? We're gonna get that. Read that for me.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
Keep some of the commandments.
Keep all the commandments which I command you this day.
It say keep all the commandments. You understand what I'm saying? Like, this is how we know that these laws apply to us. It say keep all the commandments. You understand what I'm saying? Not some of them. Get 1 John 2 and 3 from me. It say Moses with the elders of Israel commanded the people, keep all the commandments. Not just a few of them, not just the 10 commandments. You got to keep all the laws. You understand what I'm saying? And that's for every Black, Hispanic, and Native American, all the children of Israel. So therefore, guess what? When we didn't do that, we received the punishment for that. You understand what I'm saying? You got it? Go ahead.
The book of 1 John chapter 2, verse 3. And hereby we do know that we know him.
This is how we know the Lord. Everybody want to say, oh, you know, God is, like, I'm familiar with the Lord, and, you know, I love the Lord, and, you know what I'm saying, praise ye the Lord, and all these different things. You know, you don't even know the Lord. You don't know the Most High because you're not keeping the law. You can't be, like, only Christians say things like that. Christians will be, you know, fake Israelites too. You know, Christians are, they'll be sitting here saying, you know, I love the Lord and this and that. You know, they go to church faithfully every Sunday. But then as soon as you leave the church house, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? Before you even go into the church house, what you doing? You understand what I'm saying? You got to understand, man, like, we got to keep these laws, man. If you ain't keeping these laws, you don't even know the Lord. Keep reading.
And hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his commandments.
If we do what?
Keep his commandments.
This is how we know the Lord. We keep his commandments. You understand what I'm saying? Keep going.
Come. Verse 4. He that said, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments, is a liar.
This is how we know those Christians always lying to us. When they trying to tell you something, you know they lying. It ain't even no point of even hearing them out, because everything that they tell you, regardless of what it is, it's a lie. Why? Read that again.
Come. Verse 4. He that said, I know him, and keepeth not his commandments.
They say they know the Lord, but they keep not the commandments. Why? Because you still see them eating pork. You still see them eating all types of shellfish that's abominable to the Lord.
Right.
You see them, you know they in the church molesting the kids.
Right.
You know they, you know, smoking dope and smoking weed and stuff before you go to church. We know this stuff. We see it with our own eyes. You understand what I'm saying? It says, he that say I know him and keep not his commandments. Go ahead.
Come. Is a liar.
They are liars. So you can't believe nothing they tell you. So you can't let no fake Israelite or no Christian tell you something that you in the UPK, you hear a Christian say anything come out their mouth, you know they lie. Even if it's your own family. I mean, you know what I'm saying? My mama, she is a super Christian. You know, and it is what it is. Even if you know, she tried to tell me scriptures all the time, but I know, in my head, I know mama, she lying. She don't know what she's talking about because she's not keeping the laws. You understand what I'm saying? And it ain't that, you know, a person is a Christian, they not keeping the laws because they just, I ain't gonna say not all Christians just out here just purposely just want to say, oh, y'all want to sin. Christians go to church to really, because they really sincere about, trying to change and trying to better themselves and try to be in the Lord. That's why the Christian church must be stopped. The Christian church must be destroyed, because these people are going into the church. Our people are going into the church really looking for salvation. But guess who's not giving it to them? The Christian pastors. You understand what I'm saying? It's all full of wickedness. So they going there thinking that everything that this pastor is feeding them is the truth.
Right.
But the pastor is telling them lies. That's why they must be stopped. Pastors don't understand. Well, they do understand. They know the influence that they have, the power that they have. That's why they are the so-called gates in the community. In the black community, that's why everybody in the black community looked up to Dr. Not even Dr. Salavia, Orgy Mike. You understand what I'm saying? Like, go ahead.
Like, so what you're saying is very correct. I just want to say that the Christian pastors, what they're doing is so wicked, because they're feeding all kind of nonsense to the people.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be protecting them, mm-hmm, and leading them to God.
Right.
But they really just telling them like some stuff that's motivational,
right,
taking their money. Mm-hmm. They using God's name behind it.
Exactly. That's what it's about. Like the pastors, that's their job. That it's an occupation to them. That's their career. Like, you go to the school and you want to major in psychology or something. That's your major. That is your career. Every day you get paid to counsel people. You know what I'm saying? People say you're a shrink. You sit in the office, somebody come in, they got their problems. You sit there, you listen to them, and you help them with their problems. That's your job. Well, guess what? That's your career. You get paid good money for that, right? Well, guess what? The Christian pastors get paid good money to get up there and lie to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They get up there and lie to you. Meanwhile doing all types of other wickedness in the church.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, there's nothing good that can come out the Christian church. Nothing good. Unless they come out the Christian church and come into the I.S.U.P.K.
Right.
That's the only thing good that can come out of it. You understand what I'm saying? Other than that, if you look at some of our people that's in these churches, it's like they're trapped. Like, they are trapped. It's like they hypnotized to this. You can't tell them nothing about their pastor. It's just like, I remember, when Barack Obama was a president or whatnot. He's African, and I was trying to tell my mom that he ain't our people. You know what I mean? Even though his skin color is dark, that don't mean he's a Negro. He ain't one of us. And she, man, when I tried to tell her something, man, when I tell you, we had a whole, she didn't want to talk to me for a whole 2 weeks. Not my president. You ain't gonna talk about my president. And it just our people are so destroyed because we don't, like, the Bible says my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Right.
And it's severe. Like, we are really destroyed when you really look at our people and how they respond to, the truth. When you try to tell them the truth and how they respond to it, they'll respond to it like, yeah, that sounds good. You know what they right. Like, this is how they respond to it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the white man is I can tell the white man definitely the devil. And this is the truth. Yep. Mm-hmm. But then soon as you leave, they right back smoking weed. They right back eating pork. They right, like, soon as you leave. Like, you come to class 1 week, and then you go, as soon as you leave class, you going to smoke a blunt. Everything while you in class, you asking the right questions, you saying the right things. You know what I'm saying? It seems like you really ready to come to the truth. You really ready to learn. And then as soon as you leave here, it's like it just went in one ear and out the other. That is called our people being destroyed. You understand what I'm saying? Being stiff-necked. Go back to Deuteronomy. We're gonna go to verse 28. Chapter 28, verse 1 now. So Moses and the elders commanded the people to keep the laws, right? Keep the law, statutes, commandments. The Lord put Moses in charge. That's why Moses was delivering these laws to the people. You understand? You got to understand there were men ruling the people at all times. The Lord always had somebody appointed to lead the nation. You know what I'm saying? Just like right now, Commander General YAHANNA, the Lord appointed Commander General YAHANNA to lead this nation. That's why he's doing it. We got to understand something. Nothing would happen without the Lord allowing it to happen. Like, that is practical knowledge. We know that the Lord controls all. So if the Lord did not put the I.S.U.P.K here, then who did? Who allows the I.S.U.P.K to do what we do? Who allows, Commander General YAHANNA to rule, to run the nation? The Lord does. You understand what I'm saying? And everybody know the Lord is with us in the I.S.U.P.K. Right. It's really simple. You don't even need to say it. Everybody know the Lord is with us. But guess what? They want to try to, come up against the I.S.U.P.K. But that just further, you know what? If that further solidifies the fact that I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. We don't have to say it. Because guess what? What happened to Christ when Christ was out doing what he was doing? What happened to Christ and the disciples when he was doing what he was doing? Anybody know? Okay, I'll start from the top. We know that the I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth because people always come up against us. Always. It's always some type of persecution. It's always some type of accusations. It's always some type of, outside interference to try to bring down this, the truth, which is the I.S.U.P.K. When Christ was out teaching and he, was the Christ and the disciples were teaching, what happened to Christ all the time? What was he facing? Go ahead, Ipa. It was always coming up against him. Always. You understand what I'm saying? Like he always, like every time you turn around, you got the Pharisees and the Sadducees and the non-believers coming up and, trying to get him, trying to confound him. Just like they do us, coming up with they came up with false charges on him. You understand what I'm saying? Brought him up on false charges. He had a warrant for his arrest. Judas, his own brother, it's not brother like his blood brother, but his own disciple. One of his disciples turned him in. You understand what I'm saying? He had a warrant and they straight IUIC'd him. You understand what I'm saying? His own brother, like, you got a warrant, I'm turning you in. That's exactly what Judas did to Christ. Peter denied Christ 3 times. You understand what I'm saying? Christ knew it was going to happen. But the fact is, like, look what happened to Christ. So you got to understand. That's what led I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth. Because every time people always got something to say. Some this and that. They do this, they do that. All these other, y'all don't have the truth. Okay, if we don't have the truth, go out and prove it. You go do, you know what I'm saying? You do what you do and see how successful you are with whatever you got going on. You understand what I'm saying? Because the I.S.U.P.K is still going to be here. We've been here since 1969. So, I just wanted to touch on that. But it's more so, Christians need to understand that, we, not just Christians, but our people need to understand that we're destroyed for lack of knowledge. So in order to become undestroyed, in order to wake up out of this hell that we're destroyed in, you need knowledge. Go ahead.
On the subject of Paul denying Christ 3 times, was
Peter.
Peter.
Right?
Was he supposed to do that? To continue to do the commandments of the of Yahushua, after he was gone?
Well, I mean, it was okay. You got to understand, in the moment, who wants to be associated with somebody who's going to get a brutal death like that? Not saying, Peter. First of all, we got to understand, Peter was he was a hardcore brother. You understand what I'm saying? Because remember, we know he also did what he did when they did come to get him.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? It was just like okay. He had it wasn't destined for Peter to be crucified like Christ. It was Christ. That's who had to die for us, not Peter. You understand what I'm saying? So in any brother in that situation, I ain't gonna say any brother, you know what I'm saying? But Peter just at that moment, he was, I can't really say what was in his mind. We just know that he denied him 3 times. But one can only say, you don't want to be associated with somebody, what they finna do to him. You know what I'm saying? They finna persecute him to the utmost. They finna, you see, we know what they did to him. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he died a horrible death. And Peter didn't want to associate with it. You know what I'm saying? So he denied Christ. Like I said, if you want to go in depth on that, that would be something I'll ask, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, I just acting like a scripture breakdown class to get more in depth on that subject. But we just know the point is, we know what Christ had to go through. So if Christ had to face all this persecution and accusations, then the fact that I.S.U.P.K goes through the same persecution and same accusations, you understand what I'm saying? Then what that should tell you? We're doing what Christ did. We're walking like Christ and the disciples. You know what I'm saying? We following the example that they set forth before us, because we wouldn't be right. That's why, you know, when I came into the truth, you know what I'm saying? When I was fresh in the truth, I was told, you not in the truth until somebody tell you you have changed. When they start telling you you're in a cult and I see a change in you and you brainwashed, that's when you know you in the truth. Before you just come into the knowledge. But when you come into the truth, because like I said, I came to I.S.U.K, I think I was like maybe a trooper, student, or whatever. But I started hearing like, you changing, you brainwashed, you're in a cult. You believe in that? Like, why you seem different? You just changing, you know. And that's what, and I, you know, I came to the, you know, my head officer. You know, I told him like, this, why they telling me this stuff? You know, I was new. I ain't know, you know. He said, that's how you know you in the truth. Because when you was in the world, ain't nobody say nothing to you. Whatever you wanted to do, you could have been the church, you could have been a Muslim, you could have been whatever you wanted to be. You could be gay, you could be whatever you want in the world. Nobody gonna say nothing to you about being in cold and brainwashed. Right. Nobody. They're gonna accept what they say. Accept you for who you are. I still accept you. That's what they're gonna tell you. But soon you come into the truth, why you can't accept that? Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't accept me for who I am now. But if I wanted to be a homosexual, you definitely would accept me. Right. That let me know that I'm in the truth. And I'm not doing what these, and when you look at these other groups, because we're not a group, we're a nation. This is a school. You understand what I'm saying? But when you look at these groups, look at what they're doing. They're doing the same thing that they're doing in the Christian church. It's the same thing. It's just Christians 2.0 with fringes on their shirts. Look like little skirts. That's what they really, you might as well, when they put fringes on the t-shirt, it's really a skirt. You done turned it into a skirt, a mini skirt at that. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it looked like. Looked like a little blouse. I mean, it just, you know, good night. Why would you even want to do that as a man? You know what I'm saying? Turn your shirt into a blouse. You understand what I'm saying? Come on, man. We got to wake up, man, and understand that. The Lord is a man of war. When you put them fringes on the t-shirt, you definitely don't look like a warrior. You understand what I'm saying? Right. Like, that's the point. That's the spirit behind it. You were supposed to, this is warlike apparel. The scriptures say, adorn yourselves in warlike apparel. When you putting them on the little t-shirt, the t-shirt come to your waist. You put the little fringe, then they put the little fringes that flare up and it look like a little blouse. You understand what I'm saying? You looking like a little princess. You need to take them fringes off that shirt, put them on the side, in the seams with the stitching meat on the pants, like on the side of your pants. You understand what I'm saying? You know, and look like a warrior, man. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Like, when you look at our ancestors, I seen some old Native American pictures and stuff. How they wore their fringes. You know, they wore their fringes on the seam. They followed the laws. They kept the laws. Like, they knew. You know what I mean? They knew what was passed down to them in tradition. They were speaking Hebrew. You know what I'm saying? So we need to understand that. So you got that Deuteronomy 28?
Go
ahead.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
You say the Lord will do what?
Set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
If you follow the law, statutes, and commandments, we could be at the top.
Right.
This is what we got to understand. This is what it's like reading something and you just like, well, I see what it's saying, but okay. It's like, you're not doing it though. If you follow the law, statutes, and commandments, the Lord will set us on high. How is it hard to believe that that's what happened? We're gonna go into these curses, because we know we're going through the curses right now.
Right.
We know we're going through the curses. We know something's going. Like if you don't know about the Bible and you know you're going through something, you're going through your trials and tribulations. You know it's something going on. Go ahead.
So like I just want to say, like when our people are going through it, when they being oppressed, when the Lord is dealing with them, they love to say, "Oh God, this, oh God, that," and when something's going good for them, after they come out that storm, they want, you gotta thank the Lord and this and that, They have it in their spirit, when they know something is wrong, so they call on the Lord. But you don't see
you don't call on the Lord when things are going right though.
Right. They'll thank the Lord, but they won't. They'll end up in the same situation again.
Right, because they ain't followed. Like the Lord will bring you out, even in the world, the Lord will bring you out of certain situations.
Right.
To show you, hey, look, I'm here. You need to do what you're supposed to do. You know what I'm saying? Because just because we're in the world, that don't mean we are the Lord, we are his children. You understand what I'm saying? He knows all. So he'll do things, he'll show you, he'll do something in your life and force you to walk down a certain path. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what a parent does for their kids. You understand what I'm saying? But it's up to us to follow that and do what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. It's like he'll set us on high above all the nations. Right now, we damn sure ain't on high, above nothing. We on the bottom. We are second-class citizens on this earth. You understand what I'm saying? We get the scraps of everything. We got from everything from poverty to the tax bracket we in to the low income, the ghettos. You understand what I'm saying? Like the things that we are suffering, barely surviving, having to pay for everything, not making no money because we are, we got to go through. If a white person with the same, if a black person, you got a white person and a black person, they got the same level of education. They college degrees, both of them got PhDs or whatever, and they go apply for the same position. Guess who's gonna get the job? They got the same level of education. Even if the white man could probably have a smaller, a lower level of education. The white man can have a bachelor's degree and you got a master's degree and you go apply for the same position. Guess who they're gonna take over that position? They're gonna take the white man because they are in their kingdom. It happens all the time. You just won't know about it. Oh, we'll give you a call. And you sitting at home waiting on that call. I just know I'm gonna get this job. I'm overqualified. Check you done took the time and typed out your resume. Like this job different. You already got a pre-written resume that you normally give other jobs. This one you took the time to add special effects to it and spice it real, make it real, sound real nice. Because you want that corporate job. You want that job that's gonna pay you $50 an hour. But guess what? This white man, a white woman come up in there, she got a bachelor's degree. She don't have as much internship as you. She don't, she's barely qualified. You're overqualified. She's barely qualified. She's gonna get the job. They're gonna say, "Oh, we'll call you." You're not gonna get a call. You understand? It happens all the time, even with the smaller jobs. You waiting on that phone call, it just never happened. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to understand we at the bottom. We get the scraps. You understand what I'm saying? The only way you'll get that job is if there's no other competition. No other white people, in competition with you. The only time they'll take the higher qualified person if it's two black people. You understand what I'm saying? We are not in our kingdom right now. That's why we pray for the kingdom to come. Because guess what? When the kingdom comes, it'll be plenty of jobs for white people in the kingdom, especially on my property. Be plenty of jobs. You know what I mean? All you need, you don't need no experience. All you need is a good set of teeth. I have a lot of acres of land that you can. I'll be happy to allow you to, cut my grass every few days. I don't even want it to grow, an inch. You have plenty of job, and you're gonna work slave pay. You work for food. I'll make sure you eat. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure you have the proper nourishment for your body so you can be healthy. So you can cut my grass and you'll be okay. You know, for those that don't want to do it, then you'll just get whipped all day. I mean, it's that simple. Because you have to pay for the things that you've done to our people. We have to pay for what our ancestors done. You have to pay for what yours done. It's just that simple, you know. But the point is, we ain't gonna never get to that point. I know, like, I want some slaves. I want to be in the kingdom. I mean, what we waiting on? What we doing here? I mean, it just reminds me of the dude on the Everest commercial. Like, you just sitting at home, you're not doing nothing, just sitting on the couch. The scriptures say, if you follow the laws, he'll put you on high above all nations. What are you doing? Just make the call. Call the officer near you in your city. Make the call. Come into the truth and do what you got to do. Follow these laws so we can get up out of this hell. It's really simple. It's not hard. We making it hard. We making it hard by not. We are appreciating this second-class citizenship over being first-class citizens. That's what we're doing. We're too comfortable living as second-class citizens in this hell. And you know what? It's selfish of us, for some of us, to see our people going through these things that they, even if you're not firsthand going through anything, like let's say, you know, because I done heard, you know, wealthy Black people say, well, I don't have any issues with the police. You know, I never had any issues. You know, I wouldn't talk back to them. You know, I'm still here. I'm still alive. I've had every interaction I've had with law enforcement. It's been a great experience. Okay, but you being selfish, you representing yourself in the moment. But there's a whole nation of people that we are a part of. It's never in the Bible. That's one thing about the Bible. It's all about brotherhood. It's never been a one individual. One mess up, we all get it. Right. You one break the law, we all gotta suffer. That's how it is. You understand what I'm saying? That's brotherhood. Because guess what? It's all of us we have to be on the same page. That's the only way things gonna work. You can't have half and half. You can't be, the Bible says one can't serve two masters. You can't be out here loving the white man saying, oh yeah, I don't have no problems. And the rest of your nation are dying off. The rest of your nation over here dying off, getting shot down in the street. You know, 12, like I was looking at an article that was comparing Tamir Rice with Emmett Till. I mean, it's like almost the same scenario. You know, they both died young. I think Emmett Till was like 14 maybe. And Tamir Rice was 12. You understand what I'm saying? They look alike. They're very similar in appearance. You know, it's just sad. You understand? We already know, everybody should know the Emmett Till story. You know, and it happens modern day. You know, it happens modern day. You get lied on, whatever. White woman, oh, he hit me. And she slapping herself and beating up herself, making bruises. Guess what? You going under the jail. To them, you have injured their animal. That's their dog. That's their canine. The white woman. You understand what I'm saying? That's worse than you damn near gonna get capital murder for attempted murder, capital attempted murder or something. They're gonna put some type of charge on you. They're gonna beat you up in the jail and all that. If you make it to the jail, that's what I'm saying. That's even, you know, it's so crooked, man. You know, I'm a victim of, you know, police brutality, so to speak. You know, and that's the thing. That's what happened. That comes with the territory of being young, Black in America. Not even just young, just being Black in America, especially a Black man. That's why it's important, you know. And it happens out of nowhere. You don't even expect it. You don't even know. Well, I didn't expect it. You know, I didn't know what was going on. Just the police just decided this day was the day that they just want to beat up on some people. You know, and me and my homeboys at the time, we was on the other end of it. And it's not a good feeling. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that's been through that, it's a horrible feeling. I didn't get it as bad as I've seen some, you know, by the same police department. You know, it was another brother, man, you know, it was horrible, you know, unrecognizable. It was bad. And, you know, the same, I thank the Lord I got spared somewhat that day, you know, compared to how he got it. Same group of people, same group of officers, same thugs. You understand? But that's what we got to deal with until we wake up and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. Why do you think I'm in the truth? Because I don't want to go through that. I woke up one day and said, I'm tired of selling dope to my people. I'm tired of, fighting my brother over a color. Not really a color, but over a neighborhood, over a color, whatever. I'm tired of beefing with my brothers. I'm tired of having to look over my shoulder because we did some stuff last week. So now we know we waiting on some retaliation. I'm tired of that. You understand what I'm saying? Now I don't have to worry about that. I don't have to look over my shoulder. And I still have, and the brotherhood that I have in I.S.U.P.K, I've never seen it nowhere else in the world, ever. Never seen nothing like it. You're never gonna find any brotherhood as strong as the brotherhood in I.S.U.P.K, period. You understand? Keep reading. 28.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
Keep reading.
Verse 2. And all these blessings shall come on thee.
What happened?
And all these blessings shall come on thee.
It says, all these blessings shall come on thee. This is what's going to happen if we do what we're supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying? Go ahead, read.
Come, and overtake thee, if thou shalt hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So now we don't have to go into that because we already know, blessed, you're going to be blessed. Blessed be in the field, blessed be in the city. You understand what I'm saying? Or I'm paraphrasing, but we have to follow the laws to receive the blessings. Just like your children. When you punish your children, it's because they disobeyed you. You get rewards or privileges when you obey your parents. So just like that's how we are. We are the Lord's children. So we disobey him, we're going to get punished. We obey him, we get privileges, we get blessings. You understand what I'm saying? Go to drop down to 13.
Come. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 13. And the Lord shall make thee the head and not the tail.
Meaning, if you are following the law, statutes, and commandments, you're not going to be second-class citizens anymore. You're going to be the first-class citizens running stuff, making sure everything gets done how it's supposed to be done according to the law, according to the Bible, according to the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? You will be the head and not the tail. You're going to be in the front, not behind. Right now, the white man is in the front. They are the head. We are the tail because we didn't hearken into the Lord. You understand? Keep reading.
Come. And thou shalt be above only.
Be above sometimes.
Above only.
No, equal to.
Above only.
We will only be above if we follow the laws. We'll never be below. We'll never fall under this captivity anymore. If we follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Who won't want that? Who in this room don't want to be above? So I take it that everybody would love to be above and not beneath. So guess what? We got to follow these laws, man. It's smart. It's practical knowledge. Why would you not want to do anything other than that? You got to be above, man. Like, I'm tired of being at the bottom.
Right.
You understand? We always, black people got to fight their way through life. That's because you're at the bottom. You got to fight your way to the top.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But if you're already at the top, there ain't no struggle. You understand? It's only practical knowledge. Follow the laws. You ain't have to worry about that. Keep going.
Come. And thou shalt not be beneath. If that thou hearken unto the commandments of the Lord thy God, which I command thee this day, to observe and to do them. Verse 14. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day.
And thou shalt what?
Not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day.
Meaning, one day you may be going through some stuff, and you just like, man, you know what? Forget this. I'm just this walk is tough. I'm just tired of it. I'm just gonna do this instead. It said, thou shalt what?
And thou shalt not
go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day.
You are not to go aside. You are not to fall off. You are not to drop your sword. You are not to go aside from any of the law, statutes, commandments that are commanded to you. You're not supposed to do it. It says, do not. Thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command you. If I tell you to do this, don't do that. If I tell you to do A, why are you doing B? I told you to do A. Don't let Satan, come and stray you away from what you're supposed to be doing. You're walking a straight line.
Right.
It says narrow is I'm paraphrasing, but this road to this truth, this road to salvation is not wide. It's narrow. You understand what I'm saying? Narrow is the gate. We need to understand that. You can't fall off. You can't go aside. Any step to the one left or right, you 50-50 at that point. And the Lord don't deal with 50-50. It's 100% in the truth. No cowards, no excuses. You understand? Keep reading.
Come. And thou shalt not go aside from any of the words which I command thee this day, to the right hand or to the left, to go after other gods to serve them.
Meaning, if I come into the truth, then I won't be able to work here because they make me shave my beard all the way off. You understand? So I'm just gonna go ahead and get this bag. So guess what? Now you didn't fell out the truth because you wanted a bag. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of giving power to the Lord who provides that bag for you.
Right.
You give power to the Lord, the creator. It says, I am he. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. So you're going to take power away from the Lord because the white man said you got to cut your beard. You understand what I'm saying? So you want a bag. But guess what? You can lose it in a flash. But what's more important about losing that bag, it ain't even about losing that bag. The Lord may allow you to keep that bag. But guess what? You are losing the kingdom. You are losing salvation. So like not the kingdom, because you'll be least in the kingdom. So you'll be in the kingdom, but you'll be least in the kingdom. I'm not trying. So you want a bag now to be a second-class citizen and have this bag that you really still limited in your living. You limited. We second-class citizens. What do we not understand about that? What do we not understand about being second-class citizens? You may have a bag, but you're not at the top. I'd rather be in my kingdom at the top with a little bit of money versus being in the white man's kingdom at the bottom with a lot of money. I'm still at the bottom.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? They still find ways to seize the money. They still find ways to put you in jail. They'll still find a way to kill you. You won't be you still might not even get to enjoy the money.
Right.
Go ahead.
So basically, if you lease the kingdom, when the kingdom comes, it's basically like a stalemate. You know what I'm saying? Like if you trying to get the bag now, and you be leasing the kingdom when the kingdom comes, you still be in the same situation, living check to check, once the kingdom comes.
Probably worse. But I mean, it'll be more so just like, okay, like you see the homeless people in this kingdom, this is their kingdom, right? They are considered the least in their kingdom because they on the corners begging for money. You want to be in our kingdom doing that? We already at the bottom here right now. Regardless of how much money you got, you still black. You still a nigga, right? You still face the same you still face the same thing that every other black person on this earth face at any given moment, regardless if you got money or not. I remember a few years ago, Dr. Dre got arrested at his home. You talking about a billionaire. At least I believe at the time he was a billionaire. I think he had just sold the Beats by Dre to Apple, or not Apple. Maybe Apple. I can't really remember, but I know it was a very large company that he sold them to. You understand what I'm saying? Whoever got him now, with a Monster or whoever he sold it to, he got a lot of money for that deal. You understand what I'm saying? Which I think put him over that top. If it ain't a billion, it's right there. But you're talking about somebody that got all that money, you still get arrested in your home. Look at what Chris Brown going through. This man is a millionaire. And this man get arrested like it ain't nothing. Getting accused of rape, getting accused of, you know what I'm saying? All types of things. And just because he has a rap sheet, I mean, it's been going on all his career. You watch his career, we talking about a successful black man. You can say he's, one of those wealthy black men. You understand what I'm saying? But guess what? He's still a nigga. It shows you every day he's still a nigga. Floyd Mayweather. You understand what I'm saying? We talking about the richest athlete ever. Floyd Mayweather, I'm talking about this man he's pushing $1 billion. His net worth is up there. You understand what I'm saying? He's pushing $1 billion. Man making $200 million a fight. He made $10 million just to go, fight some Chinese dude overseas. When I ain't mad at him. Get that 10 million for what, three rounds or something? Like, I forgot how many minutes it was. It wasn't that many minutes, but it was like a slap box. You know what I'm saying? You go slap box and you ain't even get hit. You go on a slap box for $10 million for just a little bit of time, a few minutes of work. That's what he's doing right now. You understand what I'm saying? But guess what? He still got arrested on domestic violence charges. But when you see these white people that don't even got as much money as him, guess what happened when they get charges brought up on them? Nothing happens. I mean, we see it every day. Nothing happens. Look at Trump. What happened to Trump? Trump had a whole investigation against him. Guess what? I'm going to shut the government down. He shut the whole government down. And the people that was supposed to be looking into his investigation and prosecuting him, they wasn't getting paid. So guess what? That stopped the whole process of them looking into his investigation.
Right.
That's what we don't even understand. We looking at the things on the surface. We're not looking at why things happen the way they do. And there's other reasons why he shut the government down. He ain't just shut it down for a while. Believe that. He was about to be behind the wall. That's why he shut it down. You understand? And he realized, okay, I'm in the clear. Okay, we can open it back up now. You understand what I'm saying? That's all white man got to do. It's his kingdom. He can do. We see firsthand he can do whatever he wants because he's at the pinnacle, at the top of his own kingdom right now. You understand what I'm saying? And the Senate, they on his side. In the House of Congress, the Senate is on his side. Now you got the House of Representatives, they not really necessarily with him. They're more Democratic, which they try to paint this Democratic and Republic picture like, oh, the Democrats is on us, they're on our side. But that's not the case, you understand? But I'm not here for politics. I'm just letting you know how wicked this kingdom that we're living in is not for us. It's built for the white, it's their kingdom. It's designed for them to succeed in it, not us. So when we get our kingdom, guess what? They're going to be at the bottom. It's like we're going to give them light at the end of the tunnel just to, right when they get close to the end of the tunnel, just to shut it down. Like give them false hope. That's what they're giving us in this kingdom. You understand what I'm saying? They give us false hope that we can be somebody, that we could do something. But guess what? All we are is entertainers for them. We're like what the dude, Texas owner, and he dead now, right? Bob McNair, ain't he dead now? If I'm not mistaken, I don't know. I think he passed away. Most High in Christ. You understand? But he said that the inmates are running the asylum. So you talking about millionaires. You know what I'm saying? They getting paid hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars to entertain, them. Entertain, because that's what the owner of a team, just like you when you was a kid, you wanted a train set or you wanted a Barbie doll house for the sisters. You're being entertained, right? You entertained by that talking Barbie in that house. You're the owner of that. You're entertained. Well, that's how they look at us. We're like puppets. You playing football, you doing something you love to do, but guess what? You are their property.
Right.
Look at Colin Kaepernick. He ain't had a job since he kneeled. This man been out the NFL for what? This going on, we talking about 3-4 years now. Like close to it. And this man can play football. You better than half the quarterbacks that's starting in the league now. He can start for one of those teams, but he ain't playing because they're not going to pick him up because they're all working together. All the owners, you kneel, this is what you do. You pay the price. You signed with Nike. Guess what? You signed with Nike. Oh, Nike had this whole that new Just Do It campaign with Kaepernick being the face of it. Had black people, oh yeah, believing in Nike. And I wear some Nikes. Don't get me wrong. I go buy some Air Force Ones or some Jordans. It ain't because I ain't buying it because I'm buying it because I just like the shoe. But I ain't buying it just because they took on Kaepernick as the face. Because guess what? Now the money that they made from that campaign, guess who it's going to? It's going to the Republicans. You understand what I'm saying? Nike is a Republican based ownership. They run, like, you got to understand, this is their kingdom. We're just pawns on their chessboard to be used however they want to use us. So we need to understand that the only way we are going to be able to make sure that we have say so and we are in rulership is to follow these laws, statutes, commandments. It's the only way.
Right.
There's no other way. Like, trying to do it your way is not going to get it done. You got to do it the Lord's way, period. You understand? Go and give me, keep reading.
Go. The book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
If you don't do what the Lord say do, all these curses are going to come upon you. Well, guess what? We got to look at, now this is what we got to understand, right? So we know the laws are only given to Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, right? We understand that, right? So in order to be punished for something, in order to be punished for breaking the law, you have to be the ones that the law was given to, right? We can look clearly and see that white people ain't going through no punishment right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? We can look and clearly see that Chinese people, Moab, they're not going through no, not just Chinese people, but Asian or whatever. I'm gonna say Moab. They're not going through no curses.
Right.
You look at Arabs, they're not going through no curses. How do we know these things? What is the white man? What is he? Where is his position here on earth? Raise your hand. He's on top. He run everything, right? The Chinese man, what is their position on the earth? What do they run? What they got? Go ahead.
Made from China.
Your device in your hand is probably made from China. The shoes on your feet probably made from China. You understand? Or Korea or whatever. It don't matter. But the Moab, they got their own factories. They got their own. They industrial. They're in cahoots with the white man. They have the chicken and rice on the corner. Every corner you see Wang's chicken and rice or Timmy Chan's or Yao Ming's, lo mein noodles or whatever. They got that. You know what I'm saying? They're not going through no curses. They stick together. They got brotherhood, and they making money together. They are living pretty good in this society. Arabs, what they got? And keep in mind, like I said, the white man trumps all of that because they run everything. So they oversee whatever the Chinese doing, they oversee whatever the Africans doing, they oversee whatever the Arabs doing. But they still are allowed, all these other people, even though the white man is over them, are still allowed to have these certain things that they have a part of. You understand what I'm saying? Like, what do we have as a people? Black, Hispanic, and Native American. What do we got? We ain't got nothing. We get the scraps. You understand what I'm saying? We getting the scraps of everything. Arabs, what they got? Go ahead. Your neighborhood quickie mart. Step and stop, stop and go, stop and step. You know what I'm saying? They got them all like Speedway, Raceway, Exxon, Chevron, Texaco, Bolero. They own these shops. Because guess what? Why do they able to own these gas stations and stuff? Nobody know? Go ahead.
Because the law wasn't given to them.
That's true. But what do they own, or what do they have a huge hand in, obviously with the white man's permission to control?
Oppressing us.
Like, come on now. What is the Arab known for? What they got out there in Iraq? Why was there a war in Iraq? Go ahead. Oil. That's how you get gas. That's they lane. Like the Chinese, man, they got the technology lane. You know what I'm saying? They got technology, they got clothes, shoes, whatever. You know, that's their lane. So they're able to come over here because they do trade with them. They're able to come over here on their own Chinese restaurants. The Arabs, their lane is the oil. So when they're doing right, or when they're listening to the white man and doing what Massa tell them to do, guess what? They get to control their oil. The white man ain't gonna go bomb them and take it. As long as they doing right by it, well, you give me this much oil, this and that, we ain't gonna come take it. You know what I'm saying? And you get to have your oil. That's their stuff. That's their lane. So they able to come over here and open up gas stations because they already got the oil. Their families are rich. Back in Dubai somewhere. You know what I'm saying? Living it up. So guess what? They say, okay, well, we living in Dubai, we living it up, or we in Iran, we living it up, or we in Pakistan living it up. Well, let's go to America and live it up. Let's own a gas station because we got the gas, we got the oil. We just, need a store to run it. And that's what they do. They come over here. They already got the money. They come over here and, run the gas station. Go ahead.
I just want to say what you're saying. It's heavy, sir, because the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 49 says that as swift as the eagles fly.
I'm going to get to that.
It's crazy how on the back of the dollar bill, the eagle, in one talent, it has a source of resource in one.
Mm-hmm.
And oil is a resource. And how he makes treaties with the other nations to like join him in war.
Mm-hmm.
And another talent has arrows symbolizing war.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I want to bring out.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I was gonna get to. The eagle. That's this America's bird. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to understand something, man. When are we gonna realize that we ain't got nothing? We think we got a little bit of money, so we feel like we somebody in this kingdom. Because the white man tell you if you get a little bit of money, you'll be somebody. But you really ain't nothing. You ain't nobody. You don't own nothing. You don't have no hand in nothing. You don't own the gas stations. Do you see these Arabs running around here with well, you may see a couple, like ones that want to be black. They got $1 million of chains on and run around here, super expensive cars and all of that. But you don't really see like the ones that own the gas stations that really got the money. What you think they doing with their money? They sending their money right back to their people. They'll have a little money here while they living here, doing their thing, but they sending that money back to make sure, okay, when I decide to hang up this gas station business, I'm keep my children and stuff gonna have this inheritance. My people back home not suffering. They good. They got their own land. You know what I'm saying? Like, we foolish, man. We walk around here with chains on. Yeah, man, I got this, I'm getting this bag. But you ain't got nothing to show for it. Because we are destroyed, man. So any little thing that we get, we trying to hold on to it and cherish it. When we need to be cherishing these scriptures. We need to be holding on to these scriptures and following this law. Then we can really be in our kingdom where the streets will be filled with gold and the buildings will be different type of precious jewels, and you understand what I'm saying? That's when we really got something. Cause we like to show up, we like to floss, get a gold grill, do it big. Everything gold, all gold, everything. You understand what I'm saying? I want my house of gold, and my glass gonna be, my windows gonna be diamond. I want it all. You understand what I'm saying? So we need to understand, man. This is the only way we're gonna be able to do it. We can't maximize our living in this kingdom because we second-class citizens. You understand what I'm saying? We need to follow the law, and we need to understand following the laws now, because that's all that's gonna be going on in the kingdom. We're gonna be following all the laws in the kingdom, so might as well practice now.
Right.
Practice make perfect, and you can be perfect. The scripture says so. You understand what I'm saying? Give me verse 16.
Book of Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city, and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Now, no matter if you are in the city or on the field, you can't get away from these curses. You're not going to be able to escape them. That's how we know who are the Lord's chosen people. Because no matter where we are in the world, we scattered amongst the four corners of the earth. We are going to know who are the children of the Lord by these curses. You can't escape them because they're designed for us. We messed up. We get the punishment no matter where we go. You think just because you got it rough in America, you think you won't flee you're going to go to Israel, you're going to go to the land, and you think you ain't going to have to deal with nothing? You're going to be cursed there too.
Right.
You're going to be cursed if you try to go back to Africa because you think you're a funky African. You're going to be cursed there too. They don't like you. They hate you. They'll kill you there. You understand what I'm saying? It don't matter where you at, you're going to be cursed. Whether it's in the city or you going into the country, you're going to be cursed, period. That's how we know Hispanics or Latinos and Native Indians are our people.
Right.
They curse right now. They going through the same curses we going through. What happened to we already know. I mean, it's very easy to tell that the Hispanics are people, the Latinos, because we know they went through the same type of slavery. They were hung from trees too. You understand what I'm saying? They went through the same thing. Matter of fact, they went into captivity before us. If you know the history, they were conquered by the conquistadors. That happened before the transatlantic slave trade. You understand what I'm saying? That's how they was able, like, we need to understand, man, we are the same people. We are the same bloodline. You understand what I'm saying? We have the same swag. Who put rims on their car? Who put rims on their car? Go ahead. Black and Latinos. Who get grills? Blacks and Latinos. Who put bang in their car? Who is in the jails at a high rate? Blacks and Latinos. Give me Revelation 2:9. Is it 3:9? It's either 2:9 or 3:9 or both, but it's only one of them that I want. Blacks and Latinos. It's a very common theme amongst us. It's 2 and 10. Read 2 and 10 for me.
Come the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Hold on. The devil shall do what?
The devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Hold on. Who in the jails again? Blacks and Latinos. The devil will do what?
The devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Who run the prisons? Go ahead. The white man. You know, no sweat. You understand what I'm saying? The devil shall do what?
The devil shall cast some of you into prison.
Replace that with who runs the prisons again?
The white man shall cast some of you into prison.
Now replace some of you with who the curses fall under?
The white man shall cast some of you blacks, Native Indians,
right,
and Hispanics,
damn right,
into prison.
You understand? I mean, it all makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? This is from the Bible. This is from the Bible, man. We fit the same curses. The Native Indians are cast into prison too. They just may identify with, they may not identify with as a Native Indian because they may not know. But they fit right along too. Everything that we're going through is black. A lot of Native Americans don't know that they heritage. Right. They would maybe identify with Hispanics or Negroes. You understand? Go ahead.
Some people they claim to be black, like the Negroes, are actually Native American Indians, sir.
Right.
They was through the reservations in like in Louisiana. Mm-hmm. It's still like a small town where a lot of them are Native American Indians, but they just blended or they move around a lot. So they
was classified as Negro. Like a lot, that's what we understand. They went into slavery too.
Right.
So a lot of those Native Indians got caught up into the transatlantic slave trade as well. They got sold in plantations too. You just don't know because it's all the white man is the devil. Right. They stripped all of us of our culture. You understand what I'm saying? They gave us a name. They gave us a language to speak. They took our land. They gave us land, all right. A land to pick cotton. You understand what I'm saying? Like, we have been destroyed physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, you understand what I'm saying? And psychologically. We've been destroyed. There has been no greater culprit on the earth as far as abuse, whether physical, mental, spiritual, emotional, psychological. The white man is the at the tip top, the forefront of abuse. They are so evil and wicked. You understand what I'm saying? Anything wicked that we do, we learn from other nations because it's not in our original culture to do anything outside because we knew what the law. We knew we supposed to follow these laws, statutes, and commandments. But guess what? We didn't want to do that. Or even if I can't say, I'm gonna say we as a people, because even if not everybody was sinning, some of us was, and that's all it took for all of us to go into captivity.
Right.
And we've been doing it since the beginning. Like we've been in and out of captivity since the beginning. Because we ain't doing what we supposed to do, man. But guess what? This is the last captivity.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? That's what the Bible say. Because World War III happened, you understand? That's when it's gonna be time. And Christ, and we're getting very close. Don't know when it's gonna be, but we're getting very, very close. You understand what I'm saying? And it's time to wake up. We got to stop playing, man. This is serious. This is serious business. You want to live your best life in the white man kingdom, but you don't want to fight for your kingdom. You understand? Don't make sense, man. Keep reading. Go down. Okay, drop down to 32. You want to stay in the same chapter. Huh?
Chapter 2, verse 32.
No, same chapter, 28.
Oh, so like,
You got down to 32.
oh, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people.
It say thy sons and thy daughters shall be given into another people. Now you can't tell me that don't fit us, blacks and Hispanics. You can't tell that don't fit us. You understand what I'm saying? Because why? Guess what? Who else went into slavery with the adults in the transatlantic slave trade?
Children.
Raise your hand. Go ahead.
Children.
The blacks, Hispanic children, too. They went into slavery, too. They was put on auction blocks, too. The kids were sold, too. Some of the kids were separated from their original family. Like if this boy was strong and this slave owner outbid him, guess what? The families were separated. They usually try to keep the family together because together they'll have more inspiration to do what they're supposed to do because they had a family with them. You know what I'm saying? But some of them was split up because this is an auction. One of the slave owners, he may see a little girl, he say, yeah, I want her for myself. You know what I'm saying? A little 12, 13-year-old girl, she scared for her life. This white man bidding for her because he want to molest her and rape her and turn her into his housemaid. You understand? Train her up, and then next thing you know, she grow up to be his housemaid. Like, this was terrible, man. We went through some of the most horrible atrocities ever imaginable. That's why I can never look somebody in their eye telling me that they love the white man and love them. Ever. Like, I hate anybody that loved the white man. Like, how could you not? Look at what they've done to us, man. I don't care if the white people on earth walking around today ain't the same people that put us in those slavery. That is their great grandparents.
Right.
They passed down tradition just like our folk passed down tradition. Like you see your great grandpa and stuff on the walls and pictures and pass down the same thing to your great grandma, and your great grandma passes down to your great grandma, or great grandfather passes down to your grandfather and grandmother, and then they pass it down to your parents, and your parents pass it down to you. It's the same thing. The same tradition that your family hold. That stuff was passed down. How to make that apple pie that y'all was making on Thanksgiving, that sweet potato pie. Where you think that came from? That was passed down as tradition. So right. when you hear a white man calling you a nigger, where you think that came from? That was passed down. That's their tradition. So if I can't stand no coon. I I can't stand no love the white man coon, man. Because it's just no way in hell I could look at all the atrocities. You know, it takes a special type of individual to be able to know the type of atrocities that we went through, and you can say you love these people, but you hate your own people. And they ain't done nowhere near as much stuff as the white man have done. You hate your own people. That man that you in that house with, you hate that man. You can't look him in the eye. Just because this man may have said a couple things to you, you take it as mental abuse. You've been mentally abused, so now you hate this man. But the white man who has, I mean, let's paint this picture for you. You got the husband, he's shackled to a damn, what them things called where they used to hitch the horses on? The little, you shackled to this, right? You getting your back beat while you sitting there watching your woman hanging from a tree. And they cutting her stomach open, and you seeing your child fall out her stomach, and they stomping on the baby head. Or a different scenario, you in the barn or whatever they put you in, they shackle you up to the bedpost, they come in there and rape your woman and rape your daughter right in front of you. And if you make a sound, if you cry, they're gonna whip you. This is the type of stuff that they did to us. You understand? But we love the white man. But you hate your own people who has done not even a fraction, not even a mini fraction of the stuff that the white man has done to you. You talk about mental abuse, you get mental abuse every day by the white man because you thinking that they are gods. You walk around like they are your savior because you got white. Walking into the church and seeing a white Jesus is mental abuse, psychological abuse. They're abusing you. But you love the white man, but you hate that black man in your home, or even and it's vice versa. Black man, you hate this black woman in your home because she got an attitude, or she done did this. Where's she getting it from? You got to understand, man. We got to go to the source for everything. Be so quick. I mean, I know tempers flare. You're gonna say something. You're gonna be mad, but remember, that's not your enemy in that household. The white man wants you to fight each other, to take off the distraction. It's common sense, the white man's goal. They love to distract you. They love, look at what Trump did. I just told you with the wall. He shut the whole government down supposedly for a wall, but really he didn't want to get prosecuted for whatever the hell they was investigating him for. Right. And on top of that, they over there, he masking the war that's going on with China, the war that's going on with Iraq and Iran and Israel. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a distraction. That's what they do. They are liars. They're deceivers. They're the greatest deceiver on earth. That's why they're the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's right. You understand what I'm saying? So they are kings of deceit and manipulation and distraction. That's a distraction. They want you to fight. So guess what? They can swoop on in and be Superman and say, okay, well, we're gonna lock him up, ma'am, and you're gonna be safe and you enjoy your night. And next thing you know, he in jail. So now she's under the white man control fully. She was already 1 foot in, 1 foot out. As long as that man was in the house, she fighting against him because she really got the white man in her ear. You understand what I'm saying? So now he gone out the home. So now guess what? She finna get on all types of government resources and everything. You understand what I'm saying? Because the black man had to be removed from the home in order for her to do that. Because the man is going, listen, a black man, regardless, wicked or not, a strong black man is going to make rational decisions. You understand? Versus impulsive decisions. So that's why the black man is needed. Not to mention for the kids, especially if it's a son in the home, a daughter too. Because let me tell you something, and this is a fact. A woman cannot raise a daughter how to be a great woman because she had to be taught how to be a great woman. Who gonna teach her how to be a great woman? Her mama? Well, who taught her how to be a great woman? You understand the cycle, right? A woman cannot teach a daughter how to be a great woman. A man can, but he has to do it the right way with this Bible, with these laws, statutes, commandments. And guess what? A woman definitely can't teach a boy how to be a man. Right. We know that can't happen. But guess what though? a black man can definitely teach a woman how to be a great woman according to the Bible.
Right.
And a black man can definitely teach a son how to be a great man, a warrior according to the Bible.
That's right.
So that's why the black man is needed in the home.
Right.
And the woman is needed too. Trust me, I ain't taking away no praise from the black woman. We need you in the home. We be doing, look, somebody gotta do the small things. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna say it because I know women get emotional. But somebody gotta handle the small things. I got a big responsibility as a black man, especially in the truth. So somebody gotta handle the small things, and you are greatly appreciated, black woman. Trust me. And when I give you your due benevolence, you'll know that you're greatly appreciated.
Right.
I show you all the time. You understand what I'm saying? That's what it's about. And it's not about that either, because I provide what the Lord tells me to provide.
Right.
I provide that protection. I provide that correction. I provide that protection. You understand what I'm saying? That protection, that correction, that instruction, teaching. You understand what I'm saying? I provide all of that for you. Because who else is going to do it? Nobody else can do that. So that's what I'm there for. That's what, we got to love each other, man. At the end of the day, man, that's the only way we can't let this stuff distract us. But you want to love the white. You want to love the white man. That just irks me, man. Like I say, everything ain't going to be all peachy cream in the household, but you gotta, hey, that's your woman, you got to deal with it. That's your man, you got to deal with it. Go ahead.
If I could, the psychological term, could you go over that?
No, go ahead.
The psychological term for that, loving the white man, although everything he's done for you, everything he's done against you, rather, it's called Stockholm Syndrome. You understand? What Stockholm Syndrome is when you are being held captive or you are being held against your will, and you've been held against your will for so long that you have, for lack of a better word, fallen in love with your captor. You know what I'm saying? You have put all your heart into your captor. This is what we dealing with out here, and with with our sisters and some of our brothers too. You know what I'm saying? And that's for the slang term for that is cooning.
Oh yeah.
You understand?
Right.
And that's the psychological term for cooning is Stockholm Syndrome.
Right.
So y'all just make sure y'all understand that y'all can write that down and y'all can keep that in your vocabulary.
And if I could, to piggyback off of that, nobody has confirmed whether or not this letter is true. But I think all black people need to read the Wilderness letter, because whether this letter was actually written at the time that it was written in, it does exist. It's around. And anybody can read this and see how this is a working method. The method in that letter is a successful way to control black people. If you read the letter, even if it's not true, even if it was made up, when you read it, if the white man was to follow it, they would be successful in controlling black people. So you need to be able to read that letter and understand that's what Stockholm, like he's speaking on Stockholm Syndrome. You've gotten to the point where you done been beat by this man so much. You done been physically, mentally, sexually, psychologically, emotionally abused by the white man so much to the point where you feel like it's normal. You've normalized it in your mind. And it's been passed down generation to generation. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did a scientific study on black people and found that we still somewhat suffer from PTSD because of what our people go through. Why do you think we drink a lot? Give me that precept about drink for your poverty. You know that one? I think Officer Shapai know. That's why we drink. That's why we, go. That's why we turn to, not saying this. It's lawful to drink. It's not lawful to get drunk, but it's lawful to drink. But it's not lawful to smoke and do dope. But that's why we turn to the dope. This is what we got to understand. We've so destroyed, and we have PTSD. So guess what? Any little thing that we go through in this time, we're gonna resort to doing drugs. We're gonna resort to drinking our sorrows away. Go ahead, read, Ron. You got it? Well, tell them what it is, so you can. I don't want you reading because somebody get that. Proverbs 31:6. Let me see. Yeah, 6 and 7.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 6. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish.
All right, hold on. Now, this is for all you, oh, you're not supposed to, why UPK drink scriptures too, people too out there. Talking about why they got a big bottle of Hennessy on the table. And now, keep in mind, I don't drink personally. I don't drink. But it's not, it ain't because it ain't lawful. It's definitely lawful. Because it says, read that again.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 6. Give strong drink to him that is ready to perish.
Now it says, give strong drink to him that is ready to perish. So for you out there that talk about, well, you're not supposed to be out here drinking Hennessy because that's liquor. That ain't wine. You know, Christ turned water into wine, so we know that that's okay. But what about this? What about liquor y'all drinking? This and that. You know, what? Read that again.
Book of Proverbs, chapter 31, verse 6. Give strong drink.
No, give wine.
Give strong drink.
No, give a wine cooler.
Give strong drink.
So that ain't wine? It's different. Keep reading.
Unto him that is ready to perish.
Give strong drink to him that is ready to perish. Look, I'm in this hell. I just can't wait to leave this earth. I'm tired of this, man. I'm just ready to perish. You know what I'm saying? We all have had days to where you just like, man, I just want to die. Because you're going through so much hell here on earth. You understand what I'm saying? Like you just want to perish. That's why we drink. That's why we turn to the drugs. Not saying it's lawful. Get off them drugs. If you need you a strong drink, get you a strong drink. But don't be smoking no dope. Don't be doing, don't do anything unlawful. But we have to understand why our people resort to these things because of this poverty that we've been through. We suffer from PTSD. We are going through we are suffering from what our ancestors had to go through. Because we still in captivity. In case you haven't noticed, you understand? Hello, world of Israel. In case you haven't noticed, we are still in captivity. You understand? It says, give strong drink to those who are ready to perish. Keep going.
And wine.
Hold on, wait a minute. So it's like and wine? So there's two different things? It's like give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine, clearly making a distinction between the two. So guess what strong drink is? That same thing that you say that we be having on the tables and the liquor and all of that's that strong drink right there. Give that to them who are ready to perish. Like you just, you know what? I can't take this no more. I'm just ready to die. Give him a shot. Give him a shot of Hennessy. You understand what I'm saying? Give him some E&J. You know, if you don't like it brown, give him some vodka. You know what I'm saying? Some Ciroc. So I don't even know what I don't drink. You know, if they like it both, give them some Long Island iced tea. You understand what I'm saying? However they want it. But it's a give strong drink to them that is ready to perish. But guess what? If it ain't that serious, you just going through some stuff. Keep reading.
And wine unto those that be of heavy heart.
So you got a heavy heart. You ain't to the point where you just ready to die, but you got a heavy heart. Drink a little wine, brother. Drink a little wine, sister. Relax. You know, it's okay. You understand what I'm saying? Now, if you not everybody, can need to be drinking. Not everybody needs to be drinking. You know what I'm saying? If you got a history that you don't deal with drinking alcohol so well, you understand what I'm saying? You need to seek counsel. The alcohol ain't gonna do it. Right. You understand what I'm saying? The liquor, the wine ain't gonna do it. You need to seek counsel. If you have a husband, seek counsel from your husband. Right. Let him help you with those problems. But it's not unlawful to drink. You understand what I'm saying? It's not unlawful. And that the Bible clearly makes a distinction between wine and strong drink. That liquor and that wine is two different things. And both of them are lawful. You know what I'm saying? In fact, the Bible is encouraging it. It says, give that to those who are like you ready to perish. Guess what? Every single day that I wake up, I'm ready to perish. I'm ready for this hell to be over. I am going through this struggle and I'm ready for Christ to return because I'm tired of living in this hell. And the only way we're going to do that, go back to Deuteronomy. You had it? Go back to Deuteronomy. The only way we're going to do that is what? Follow the law, statutes, and commandments. It's the only way. And overnight, we could be above and not beneath. We could be the head and not the tail.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Overnight. If all of us right now as a nation of people decide to come read Deuteronomy and do it and come into the I.S.U.P.K, make the call. Like I said, you just sitting at home. You ain't doing nothing. You just on the couch. You just internet. You're an internetite. You're on the couch. You found out about you being an Israelite. The number is scrolling across your screen. Just make the call.
Right.
It's not hard. You can go on ISUPK.com and pull up any city, the city nearest you. Don't worry, they'll provide transportation. And if you just that far, we got online classes.
Right.
There's no excuses. You can learn online. You've been learning online all your life. You just found out you're Israelite ever since you've been on the internet, looking up stuff, Googling and YouTubing. Well, guess what? You can come to class in the I.S.U.P.K on YouTube. And don't mess with those other classes now, because it said you can't, no man can serve two masters now. You can't be looking at the I.S.U.P.K and following IUIC when they follow the white man. You can't do that. And we know they follow the white man because the devil shall cast some of you into prison. And they say, well, if you got a warrant, I'm turning you in.
Right.
So we know that they follow the white man. In the I.S.U.P.K, man, we only speak the truth. And they hate us for it. That's how we know we the home of the truth. Because they hate us for it. We say we are the home of the truth, and these other people out here, well, what about these other groups? I'm in IUIC. Look, I don't have to be in I.S.U.P.K to know the truth. But no man can serve two men. This is the Bible. You know your leader will send you to jail. Your leader is a police officer. You understand what I'm saying? He is a police officer and a homosexual. And you mean to tell, and like I said, this is not to harp on other Israelite groups, because all of them, none of them are in the truth. All of them are Christian. All of them follows the white man ideology as some rape. Who ideology is that? That is the white man culture. And guess what? I.S.U.P.K has still been here since 1969, telling you that the white man is the devil, not following the white man's doctrine, not teaching rape, not teaching that you can just turn your brother in if you got a warrant. We've been there since 1969, telling you the same thing. Just like Noah was telling the people before the flood came. That's what we're doing. We're trying to tell you. World War III is on the brink. It's going to happen. And then guess what? It's going to, like a thief in the night, Christ is going to return. And you're going to be living your best life. And when Christ returned, he busted them clouds with the angels and them chariots. You are going to poop your pants tremendously. Yeah, you got it. Like in the words of Donald Trump, it's tremendously, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. You understand? It's going to be unbelievable because we're telling you what's going to happen. The Bible has been telling you what's going to happen for thousands of years, and you still don't want to follow it. Prophecies have clearly came true. You still don't want to follow it. You understand? Go ahead.
The book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 5, verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
So hold on. How fast it gonna come?
For suddenly.
Suddenly. Out of nowhere. I know every time you think about it, when you're in the middle of sinning and you just hear your heart start beating fast. What old dude, what's his name? The first 48, what's your heart beating for? You understand what I'm saying? Like you think about it. Like, come on now, we human. Let's be real. It's practical knowledge. When I was in the world, I used to think like, man, Christ is gonna come like a thief in the night. And I'm out here just in the middle, just right in the middle of sin, just like Sin City, just out here going crazy. You know what I'm saying? Having my sacrifices already ready before I even sin. And Christ's gonna come like a thief in the night. Every time I used to think about it, I'm looking up at the sky, heart beating. Like, damn, what if it happened right now? It could happen right now. And if it do, I'm out of there. Well, right now you're sitting at home, you're on the couch. Just make the call. It could happen right now. It could happen right now as we speak. You got that scared feeling? Guess what? Make the call. Get into the truth so you don't have to fear. You understand? You don't fear. Guess what? Those who keep the law, statutes, commandments have no fear. I have no fear. I can't wait. I can't wait to this you know, I mean, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. We're gonna be Kwam Yashala as soon as it happens. Everybody else gonna be looking around like, I mean, just you're gonna be smelling poop everywhere. It's gonna be like you in an African country. You're gonna be somewhere, you're gonna feel like you're somewhere in Nigeria. You're gonna be like, man, what the man, everybody pooping themselves? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? It's because Christ in return. Kwam Yashala. You understand? It's gonna be a stink in the air because everybody gonna be just so scared. You understand what I'm saying? Don't be crying on the Lord then. I'm trying to tell you, don't be crying on the Lord then, because the priests and prophets have warned you. Right. We have warned you. So all we can do is just, you know, that's all we can do is warn you. Can't force you to do it. We ain't gonna force you to do it because the truth ain't for everybody. Right. I'm only trying to wake up those who need to be woke up. Those who come into the truth, those are the ones I'm trying to reach. So if I'm talking to, if 1,000 people hear this class and only one come into the truth, Most High in Christ, Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah. That's how I feel about it. You understand what I'm saying? Because guess what? That's what it's about. It's a prophesy to the wind. I'm just gonna let the wind take it, and whoever hear it, let them make the call. Just like when I heard it, I made the call. I ain't made the call right away. You know, I'm guilty of that. I ain't made the call right away, but guess what? I made it in time. I made the call in time. Right. I'm in there like swimwear. Right. Salakia. You understand what I'm saying? So, you know, I made the call, man, and it's not hard. And it's the best choice I ever made in my life. Out of all the bad choices I've made in life, this coming into the truth negated all of that. The best thing I could have ever done for me and my family. You understand what I'm saying? So, you got something?
Matthew 22:14.
Go ahead. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I mean, that's just like, you know, everybody that declare for the NBA draft, just because you declare for it, don't mean you're going to get picked up. But guess what? You could be a free agent and you might make the cut. Just make the, you know what I'm saying? Make the call. You might try out, you might quit. You can come back. You never know. You know what I'm saying? So for those who've given up and said, you know what, I can't do it, you know, you come back. You know, we're going to answer the phone regardless. Ain't nobody going to turn you away. We don't block numbers like that. You make the call, and you sincere about coming to this truth. You're gonna get in here. Commander General YAHANNA is very merciful, just like Christ was merciful, just like our Father is merciful. You understand what I'm saying? Commander General YAHANNA, you know, if it wasn't, you know, that's why General Muhammad is, you know what I'm saying, Most High in Christ, but General Muhammad. Because General Muhammad ain't finna just let, you know, damn right, Most High in Christ. Everybody needs a right hand like that, you know, because it's hard to impress him. It's very hard to impress General Muhammad, you know what I'm saying? And rightfully so. So anytime you can get give him a hand, you better cherish it. You better cherish the moment because you did something right. You know what I'm saying? Not to stray out too far, but if I get a like on my post, I'm feeling good about myself for the rest of the day. I'm like, yes, that post was the one. I made the right one. I ain't getting checked. Yeah, right. You get that on your post, you know you're doing right. If you don't get that, you might want to, you know, you might want to say, okay, this ain't, I don't know if it's bad, but it ain't hitting where it needs to hit. You know what I'm saying? That's how we all should move, man. We shouldn't be on Facebook making retarded posts, doing stupid things. Because what we got to understand is even being in this truth, even though people may not want to come into the I.S.U.P.K, they're watching. They're watching. And they're looking for any little thing to persecute you because you're in the I.S.U.P.K, because you're in the truth. That's what they did to Christ. That's how you know this is the home of the truth. There's nothing new under the sun. Everything, it's like a revolving door. You understand? So we're going to get these last couple scriptures. We're going to get up out of here. Matter of fact, we're going to get this last scripture. Give me Deuteronomy 28:68. So we already showed you. We know the white man is the devil. We know the Hispanics are our brother because they're going through the same exact captivity that we're going through to this day. With the boy Deontay, to this day. To this day. You understand? What's going on? They trying to build a wall to keep our brothers out of the country.
Right.
They deporting us. They deporting our people, man. Those are our brothers. People, it's just like everybody forgot about that last year. They deported a lot of our people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I'm talking about separating the children from the mothers. That's what we just read in Deuteronomy 28 and 32. You know what I'm saying? They separated, like our children, just like the Negro children went on them slave, on them oxen blocks and got separated from their families at the border. When their parents got deported, guess what? They were given it to another people. The parents had to go back to Mexico, and where did the children go? Into the foster system, into the system. That's going to further destroy them. Because they're not going to get no parents that they're going to get parents that follows the rules and regulations of the white man. And then they might molest them. You know, ain't no telling, you know, Lord be with those children, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it vexes me, man, to try to say that these ain't our people. Oh, well, the Negroes, yeah, but nah, how these Mexicans, they not our people. How they not our people when they're going through what we going through? We know the Native Americans are people. Look at what they did. They built a pipeline on the little bit of land that they gave them back. They took all their land, killed them and murdered them and raped them and just stripped them. And then I'm going to give you a little bit back. Here you go. And then turn around and destroy the whole land that you give them back. Now they out here living like homeless people in tents, and it's bad. If you know what I'm saying? Like, if you go on some of these reservations, man, I mean, it looks like they're barely surviving. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They go to show you that they are people, man. And they're going through these curses. Because where it say? In the city or in the field. In Houston or on the reservation.
Right.
You cursed. It don't matter. Those our people that's scattered, you know, out there in Africa, guarantee that they sticking out like a sore thumb and they getting persecuted daily because them Africans don't like us. They hate us because they're not us. They know they're not us. We had our own land when we went to Africa, the land of Judah. We had our own land because guess what? They didn't want to associate with us. Africa has over 50 countries. You think they get along? They don't even like each other, let alone like an outsider. You understand what I'm saying? The only reason why we even went in there because we felt like, well, going and being over there was better than, you know, getting killed by the Romans. So we gonna run away from this because we know we're gonna die for sure. So they coming in here strong with this big old army. We just gonna go ahead and go to Africa, do what these people say, just live how we can, you know, follow them. Then we started following their people though, their culture, following their gods. So that's how we blended in so well. That's why we so destroyed thinking we African, because we started following African culture. Eating doo-doo and you know, I mean, good night. That don't even sound right. But that's what they do out there. But you African. If you so African, I don't see none of these so-called Africans, that Pan-Africanism and all of that. Why you ain't eating boo-boo? Why you ain't out here walking around here half naked with a million piercings in your head? You know what I'm saying? Plaiting your lip, plaiting your ears, you know, no teeth. You know, why you ain't out here doing it, living it up? You want to be an African? You African so bad, go do what they do, man. You understand what I'm saying? You know you're not no damn African. Right. We need to wake up, man. Read what you got.
Come, the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
The Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again. We was already in Egypt once, in captivity. The word Egypt means house of bondage. Bondage means slavery. That's all it means. We was already in Egypt. He said, I will bring thee into Egypt again. Keep reading. This is how we know that we ain't talking about the land Egypt. We're talking about the word Egypt, the word bondage, slavery. This is how we know we're not talking about the landmass Egypt. Because it says, I will bring thee into Egypt again. Go ahead.
With ships.
With what?
With ships.
Why would you need ships if the land is no body of water separating the lands? If we was over there in our holy land, there's no land, there's no water separating that. Just like it wasn't no water the first time we went over there into Africa. Right. You understand? Or went into captivity in Egypt. There wasn't no land then. I mean, no, we didn't go into ships then. So what would just magically water just would appear? No, it says, I will bring thee into Egypt again, meaning you are going to go into captivity again. But this time, this captivity is going to be by way of what?
With ships.
That the Arabs built. So the Africans sold us into slavery. The Arabs built the ships. You understand? Keep reading.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, that thou shalt see it no more again.
We're not going to see it no more again. And when it's talking about see it no more, it's talking about our land. And it's not going to be, when we were there, that land was fruitful. That land was, I mean, it's like Israel was the beautiful Jerusalem. And it was just the most beautiful place to be in the world, right? But now it looks horrible. You look at the pictures of Israel now, you're like, that's nothing but sand and just vacancy. It's just, stuff ain't even growing. You understand what I'm saying? It will though one day. When we're back in rulership,
right,
the land will be fruitful again. And it's gonna look 10 times better than it did when we first was in it.
right.
You understand what I'm saying? But keep reading.
Thou shalt see it no more again.
Because where we at right now? We're in captivity. That's why we're not gonna see it no more. We ain't over there right now. And if we do go over there, we'll be subjected to the Israelis. We are subjected to their rules and regulations. We'll still be second-class citizens. We're not going to see the land how we saw it at one time when we were ruling that land. Go ahead.
Come. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
When you go on those ships and you get to that other land that you don't know of, far from your land, where you won't see it no more, you're going to be doing what?
Sold unto your enemies.
You're going to be sold unto who? Who are we sold to? Who are we sold to? Go ahead. The white man. That is our enemy.
Right.
So you sitting in my face telling me, oh, I love the white man. It said you shall be sold into who?
Your enemy.
If the Bible tells you that these people are your enemies, how you love them? How can you love your enemies? It don't make sense. The Most High, your Father, hates them. Keep going.
Come. There ye shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen.
Meaning you're going to be working off debt. And you ain't even have no debt to work off. You're going to be bondmen and bondwomen. What happened when you get a bond? If you get locked up, you get bonded out of jail, what you got to do? Go ahead. You got to pay it back. Or you in debt. You got to work off some stuff. You got to do, like, your way out that bond is showing up in court. It's something you got to do for that. You're going to be sold as bondmen and bondwomen, meaning you working off for nothing. You working for nothing. You working off debt because you were sold. Now, guess what? They bought you. So to them, you owe them. And you ain't even do nothing to owe these people. But since they bought you, you are they bondmen and bondwomen now. You got to work off what they paid for you and more. Because, the cotton industry we made that boom. Just like we do everything. You know what I'm saying? The cotton industry made so much money for this land. That's why we say we built this land on blood, sweat, and tears, literally, and dead bodies. This land was built on our backs. Keep reading.
Come. And no man shall buy you.
No man shall save you. That's what that's talking about. Buy, redeem. Meaning nobody's going to come save us. When we was in this, we're still in this captivity. No man saved us. We still going through it. No man can save us, only our King when he returns. You understand what I'm saying? That's how we know we're in this captivity. Is that it on that? That's how we know we're in this captivity, and that's how we know we are all one people. Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans, Black, Latinos, and Native Americans. We need to understand that we got to come together, man. If we come together overnight and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, we'll be out of this hell. But some of you want to live in this hell. Some of you want to be second-class citizens. And for those of you that want to be second-class citizens, no sweat. Because this truth ain't for you. You understand? For those who want to come into the truth, that's what happened. Make the call. That's all you got to do. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure you pay your tithes to the men of the Lord. Somebody give me the info on the Passover. Give me a second. I think I may have. Make sure you go on www.ISUPK.com click the donation button, man. Pay your tithes to the men of the Lord. 10%. You understand? Pay your tithes. We also got the Feast of Purim coming up. Commander Junior YAHANNA will be leading that. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure y'all are present for that. That's, I believe, in February the 19th, 18th through the 19th. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure you tune in for that. We will be here at the school in Houston, right here at this location, I.S.U.P.K Houston. The address is 7701 Belford Street, Houston, Texas, 77061, Suite 8. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you're here, man. That is our laws to keep these high holy days. Do anybody got info on the Passover? Give me a second. Let me see if I can pull it up. I know it's gonna be in Jamaica, Queens. Let's see. Give me 1 second.
Well, somebody said the location for the 50th annual Passover is the Woodhaven Manor Banquet Hall, Jamaica, Queens Avenue, New York.
Woodhaven? Woodhaven Manor. Yeah, I see it right here. Give me a second. So the Woodhaven Manor Banquet Hall, 9601 Jamaica Avenue, Queens, New York. Is $200 per person or family. Meaning, if you by yourself, it's $200. If you have your family with you, it's still $200. You understand what I'm saying? Make sure y'all are there. For info, y'all can call 631-644-3373. Pay your tithes, like I say, to the men of the Lord. Make sure you also for your laundry needs, you can go on www.etsy, that's etsy.com/shop/just laundry products co. That's again www.etsy.com/shop/just laundry products co. You understand what I'm saying? You can go for all your laundry product needs. You know what I'm saying? Good smelling stuff, man. The stuff, get your stuff real clean. You know, support Black businesses. You understand? That's what this is about. Support Black businesses and support this truth. You understand what I'm saying? With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Officer Yeshaya for the security announcement.
We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, starting out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother or sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, Malachi chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Means 10 in the Hebrew, Y.A.H.U.P.K, 10% of every penny of every increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Of holy convocations, Purim is going to be the 14th day and the 15th day of the 12th month. That's February the 18th through the 19th. You can find it in the book of Esther, chapter 9, verse 20 through 31. If any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. These are the security announcements.
All right, with that, shalom.
Yeah, you already know what time it is. You understand? UPK, one west to the command, Junior YAHANNA, all my brothers. We rolling through. You understand? These niggas weak. These niggas don't know what to do. You see these soldiers beside me, standing in all black with the shields on, watching. They all rock. Lord, question, what Lord is right. Oh, you mind, I need you like. Wrong with this shit, I've been needing diapers. And don't do any crap, cause all my